We bounced ideas off of each other all day long. Well, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? Do you think this will work? Input on different activities that we're doing.
The TAs in my classroom do a really great job of making sure things run smoothly here, whether I am here or not. They help out with the students academically and behaviorally.
I don't see the kids every day for 6 hours a day. Sometimes they're in my room for 45 minutes, sometimes they're in there longer. But they're constantly in and out, and I don't get to touch base with the kids as frequently as I like to, and I rely on my staff, my TAs, to do that.
TAs are a huge asset to the classroom. I don't know how I would function without them. They help with anything from planning and getting ready for instruction, and because the learners in my classroom, the level is so diverse, they help me to differentiate and make sure that all the kids' needs are being met.
In every classroom you have kids of all different kinds of levels, so in order to teach to the high but also reach the low, you need support in your classroom to help you bring those lows up so that you can get the same academic information into them, but you're also not boring the kids who are on a higher level.
Our role is to assist students with expectations that the teacher has. So she sets them and we follow through. So our main objective is to make them as independent as possible.
It's not just academic. You're helping them with everything. And even just walking down the hallway, you know, getting them off the bus, everything is a life learning thing.
Some of them are just having a tough time or a tough day, and Patti really, she can pick up on that, and if someone just can't sit for math that day or just can't work on something, she is really good about taking them out of the room and going for a walk.
We have to know not only what each individual student needs, how that plays off what other students need too. Even if it's not in our classroom, we need to know what it's like, how the other students deal with things too, so that we are able to have the day go as smoothly as possible.
I think that gets on a personal level. When you connect with the child, you build that respect so that they're more open to your instruction and your assistance.
You build a relationship with them and the staff, and it's you're helping them grow, you're helping them emotionally.
It's almost like a piggy bank where you got to fill the piggy bank with all the positives so that when it comes time to challenge the child or challenge the student, you know, you're kind of taking a withdrawal. So you want to make sure that that piggy bank is full with all the good things that are important in a relationship: trust, integrity.
One particular 6-year-old student came in this year, having been in district prior to the Questar program, and really was not able to discuss and talk about his feelings. He would get upset and he would just leave the room, he would stomp off, and wasn't able to really verbalize what was going on and what was happening. And I had a particular staff member who worked with him and would leave with him every time that he got upset, and just use a few words, very simple language, and get him to finally open up. And he is able to say to us now that he is angry and he needs to take a break and leave the classroom.
Sometimes they do have some challenging behaviors, and you know, if they don't want to do something, we have to think of creative ways to get them to do stuff. And we work really well as a team in this classroom.
One of the huge things about the TAs is they're very in tune with the students that they're working with and can anticipate if a sensory need or behavior is going to occur. So they provide a tremendous amount of sensory throughout the day to make sure that the students remain successful and on task. And that's a huge asset, that I don't have to stop a lesson or instruction. They just respond by the cues that the student is giving them.
They're such pivotal years being preteens. It's very stressful, and a lot of them come from very rough situations, so school's really their sanctuary. So when they have that support system from their teachers to feel comfortable, and like they tell us all the time how much they appreciate it. Yes, sometimes they are 13, 14-year-old boys, but I mean, they are amazing kids, and we can really tell the difference that we're making just day to day with them.
I try and work as much as possible, whether it's knowing what they're doing in class kind of ahead of time so we can prepare our students, or knowing the teachers. When you're in a classroom for a few years, you're able to get to know the teachers. This is like my 3rd year going to living environment with the kids, so I've gotten to know the teachers. I kind of know her expectations, so So I'm able to modify a little bit more on the spot, and I've built that relationship with her where she is okay, you know, with our judgment calls.
I can't say enough good things about Tiffany. I've enjoyed working with her over the years. I feel like we've gotten a great classroom relationship, but I would also consider her a great friend based on everything that she does for us in the classroom, and she's really indispensable.
When they do their daily check-in feeling sheet, it's different faces. I'm angry, I'm mad, I'm confused, and just about every one of these kids circles I'm happy. And they have to write why they're happy, and they're happy because they're in school.
We're here for the children. That's it, 120%.
It is a team, and that's how it's got to be looked at. And every classroom needs to have the perfect fit. The teacher, the TAs, it all has to come together because everybody has to be on the same page.
Right.
To be able to provide that support to the students.